And as always, we made a promise to be right here with you, and here we are.
All right, to start the week with you in mind and get you shaking off all those Monday blues. I know how it is every single Monday morning when you have to get up and go back to work. It's a lot of drudgery sometimes, you can feel that way.
Yeah, so but I hope this was a great weekend for you.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yes, right.
I
Chilling?
I had a beautiful weekend.
Really? Oh, okay. All
Started
right.
with an event I had on Friday night.
How was
And then
that?
Everything
We'll talk
else,
about that.
everything else was smooth and nice, yeah.
Especially when they've given you money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yay! Okay, it's gonna be a great journey today. 3 whole hours. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Titilayo Onyison.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. We're streaming live right now, of course, at tvcontinental.tv.
Yes, indeed. And of course on Facebook at TVC Connect. We're streaming live. Please send in those comments on all the social media handles, pages, wherever. Just put in our hashtag right there, Wake Up Nigeria.
And don't forget, you can also download our mobile app from any Android store and, of course, the iOS store as well. Watch us live on your mobile device from anywhere in the world.
So there's quite a bit happening on the show today.
Yes, indeed.
A long lineup, but we like to travel around the world on Mondays in 180 seconds.
And musician Loven Shaw's, who is formerly known as Akinloye Temidaya, will also give us a musical performance this morning.
Now, there's such a thing as strategic foresight for development. Motivating us with this, this morning is renowned speaker and author Rufai Oseni. We'll be talking about that particular topic. Now, Abayomi Bosude will be giving us tips on what to look out for when buying a used car a little later on. Now, these tips will ensure that you don't end up with a problematic vehicle. You want to stay close for that one.
From that, we have comedian and actor SLK, aka Brother Wasiu, joining us on the show.
On SME, we have the CEO of Milia by Jade, Jadisola Rawa. Now, she'll be talking to us about her journey running a clothing business in Nigeria. All right.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, they're very colorful pieces.
Yes.
Wow, another Monday. I feel like I can just breathe like, Monday has come again.
You sound like another week has come.
Yeah, exactly. It does. Everyone feels like that, especially when you don't really know if you're going to be completely happy by the end of the week or not.
Oh,
so I'm expecting one check like that. I've been hanging since last week. And that check has not yet come through. And I've started, sending SMSs and, being very polite, gentle reminders. And I'm thinking of saying Dracaris to everyone, man. I need that check. I need that.
I was
money
actually
right
there
now.
last week because I needed to pay some bills, and this money wasn't just coming. And the weird part, when it came in on Friday, like 5 minutes later, it was all gone because I had to just pay bills, so many things. Really, you just look at money sometimes and you be like, is it like a spirit that disappears? Because 1 minute you think you have so much, the next minute you're like, where is it?
It feels like money is a spirit, I mean.
Yeah, it also feels like, sadly, Nigerian currency just doesn't last very long in your hands. I don't know why. It just feels like as soon as it enters, it's gone. And a lot of people have been trying to find a way to remedy that situation. And
Well, I think one of the things that I discovered in 2017 was once you expand beyond the confines of what you know and what you usually would do, especially when you start earning foreign currency, it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference.
Yes, because
and
you can actually maximize your money.
Exactly. So if I was doing something at $100 an hour, if I do it for 3 hours, I'm earning $300. So there are several things that you can do that you can get involved in that can actually earn you that kind of money.
Really
So-
now? We're going to be having a meeting.
yes,
right
we
after
should be
this.
talking about a lot more about
Yeah,
that.
so
talk about
if you do,
It looks like Yomi is earning
if you
it.
put-
He's so confident. He
Oh
has
yeah,
the money.
I'm earning money in dollars on a monthly basis.
Oh, really?
I'm a rich guy.
Okay.
Like I'm not. Yeah, so I'm not even.
Just putting it out there.
I'm a rich guy.
I'm not even
putting it out there.
pretending. I'm not. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that it makes all the difference because what would normally have been, so let's say you earn $1,000 by comparison to earning even 50,000 naira for the same amount of work.
Wow.
Can you see? So you earn $50,000 maybe training someone, and then you then earn $1,000 doing the same thing. But
imagine that.
I can just hear so many employers right now saying, keep quiet, don't talk too much.
don't be telling our secrets.
So it's the same thing, but because you did the training in Nigeria, they are only willing to pay you 50,000. But when you then do it internationally, it's
we need to discuss why that is maybe later on. But I know it's about time we took the news.
And Yomi is on standby for that.
All right, so the Nigerian Labour Congress will be holding a national protest today in Abuja. NLC President Ayuba Waba says that the protest is to register workers' displeasure at the violence meted on its members who picketed the residence of the Labour and Employment Minister Chris Ngige last Wednesday. The Labour Union wants President Muhammadu Buhari to break his silence over the status of appointment of Frank Kokori as Chairman Board of the Nigeria Social Investment Trust Fund, NSITF. The emergence of Maimala Buni as the governor-elect of Yobe State on the platform of the All Progressives Congress has created a vacuum in its National Working Committee. Many states in the Northeast have indicated interest in filling the vacuum. In Taraba, a coalition of APC groups are supporting Bello Mustafa to replace the outgoing National Secretary.
We have unanimously agreed and wholeheartedly to support and endorse the candidature of Barrister MB Mustafa for the National Secretary of our great party, the APC. Yes. Barrister Mustafa is a man of impeccable character, honor and integrity, and above all, a complete loyal party man.
MB Mustafa is a man of his word, is a man of integrity. So he deserved that position.
Taraba State, we don't want to be not represented at the national level. And fortunate enough to us, we have MB Mustafa, who is loyal to the party. I think he's in APP, AMPP, CPC. Up to now, we are in APC. He is a well-known to the national level, up to the local level. And he's capable of being the national secretary. That's why we are in his support to represent our state in the NEC.
Now, operatives of the Rapid Response Squad have arrested 2 former convicts and 1 other suspect for robbery in the Lekki area of Lagos State. The robbers included one who was released from Okekura prison in Kwara State last month, was rearrested along with his colleagues after robbing a 25-year-old lady in Lekki Phase 1. Commissioner of Police in Lagos, Muazu Zubairu, has directed the team to search all areas where the robbers operated. The suspects have been transferred to the State Anti-Robbery Unit for further investigation. The Nigerian Navy School of Armament Technology has been inaugurated in Kachia in the southern part of Kaduna State. The facility is furnished with an advanced weapon systems and armament technology to meet global trends. But beyond weapon systems, the school is charged with pre-deployment training of personnel earmarked for special operations. Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai is pleased with the development, noting that it would enhance security of lives and property. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has started paying homage to the newly established emirates in the state. Bichi Emirate was his first port of call, with the Emir Aminu Ado Bayero receiving him at his palace amongst jubilating residents and supporters of the All Progressives Congress. Governor Ganduje handed over the staff of office to the Emir and charged him to be diligent in discharging his duties. Karai, Rano and Gaya Emirates will also be visited by the governor, and staff of office will be given to the emirs. Well, that's it on the news update for this hour. Next is the weather forecast and sports.
Okay, I have the Nation newspaper in my hands now. It says here, business giants in trouble over 5 trillion naira AMCON debts. Osinbajo says government will set examples with top debtors to deter others. It also says here, Kokori loses battle over NSITF board chair. Presidency lists government's anti-crime measures. Evildoers will be beaten badly, it says. It also says here, Buhari mourns veteran filmmaker Ugboma. FAAC payments dip to 1.9 trillion naira. States' right to seek review of revenue sharing formula, says ex-RMAFC boss. And Man City beat Brighton to retain Premier League title. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
All right, let's check out The Guardian. Probe Ngige now. Labour tells Buhari begins protest today. While President okayed removal of Kokori from NSITF, activists to head board of Imodu Institute. How cashew farmers lose 99 billion naira to global glut. Papa gridlocks. Wow. Experts list ways to mop up nuts for local utilization. Make public graft charges against Bulchachua, PDP tells Buhari. And CBN debunks missing money report. And Nigeria's sports heroes, tales of the dimming stars. That's a special report on sports on page 45. And reforming microfinance to alleviate poverty, foster national development. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
We still have The Punch to read out. It says federal government flouts pension law, remits low amounts to workers' accounts. More information on page 35. Then a nice big spread picture there. It says City win thrilling EPL title race, break Liverpool hearts. 49 out of 127 Buhari Osinbajo aides get 2.48 billion naira in 4 years. It also says here, defense minister ought to have been fired, according to the Zamfara Emir's chair. Blackout looms as Labour plans power transmission shutdown. PDP calls emergency meeting, or rather emergency NEC meeting, over killings and insecurity. And finally, embattled Sanusi returns from Saudi Arabia. Royal families fault new Kano Emirates. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
Let's check out this day. Evildoers will be defeated. Presidency reassures Nigerians. It gives timeline of security operations. And Ganduje presents staff of office to new emirs. Sultan urged to challenge action. Nigeria loses 16,000 megawatts to gas grid constraints. And no money is missing, stolen in central bank, says Okorafor. APC expresses satisfaction with support for Lawan Gbajabiamila. That's what we have on the cover of this day.
Okay, so this newspaper is the third I have with a picture of the winners of the EPL yesterday. The Vanguard also does. So it says here, NSITF, Kokori, Labour tackle presidency. I was appointed in 2017, Kokori insists. Presidency economical with the truth, say Labour. Nupeng slams presidency over this same issue. It says City are the champs. And, well, City beat Brighton 4-1 yesterday to finish with 98 points, 1 point better than Liverpool. It says here, on alleged fraud, no money lost, says CBN. On insecurity, we're up to the task, according to the presidency. It says the Army, ISWA, engage in claims and counterclaims over killings in Borno. Federal government will deal with AMCON debtors, says Osinbajo. And finally, on the Paris Club Fund, Amosun consultant set for legal battle over $11.7 million. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
Look about all that we can take on the newspaper headlines. For now, we're going to be taking traffic updates this wet Monday morning after this break.
Good morning. Welcome to Lagos Traffic this very frigorific Monday morning. How was it getting out of bed? For those of you where it rained in your area, I'm sure it wasn't a very easy task. But then, hey, come on. We are out and about this Monday morning. You can always be part of this. Tweet to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. Facebook, Instagram. Of course, you can let us know what the traffic situation is like around you. Okay, so we're all doing this together. I got my guys who already, the kitchen looks like something's already happening, yeah? But we're doing traffic now. How you doing, guys?
I'm already making breakfast.
Hey, Mary.
Everybody. He actually.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Nice.
How you doing?
Trying to find some, traffic updates has been, kind of weird because of the rain. Everybody's...
Yes, because of I was
cautious
getting up
on
this
the road
morning.
today.
It was no sinecure getting up this morning. It wasn't easy at all. But then, hey, you have to get...
It's always easy for me to get up in the morning.
Yeah,
like, it's like clockwork for me. If I'm still in bed at 2, I feel like I'm already late for work.
You know you're nocturnal, right?
Okay. All right. So let's see what happens. The traffic. Let's start from Ikeja area, and I'm just taking an overview, kind of like a holistic view across the whole of Ikeja area. The GRA is quite free. This is looking at Isaac John. Okay, this is the Haven Event Center, Shogunle, Crescendo Bar. That area is quite free on both sides. So like I said, I'm just taking a whole overview. Now, let's see, going up into which what's this exact place now? Coming out from Concord Way, getting into Lagos City Computer College. You know, as though you're going from Ikeja along, National, after National, Ikeja along, as though you're heading towards Egbeda. Yeah, that's the expressway. It's blocked, it's quite tight at this time. The traffic is really building up about and around that area. Okay, let's see other areas in Ikeja. Let's see how Computer Village is. All right, so heading in from Awolowo Way, straight up into Computer Village is free, but then as though you're heading towards Obakran, it starts picking up there, so it's very tight, just about the roundabout. The roundabout there at Computer Village is quite tight, all round. But to and fro, coming from Obakran towards the bridge and heading from the bridge back towards Obakran Road, quite very tight at this particular moment. But then if you are heading to if you're heading from a General Hospital Bridge, heading towards Ikeja Under Bridge, at this particular point in time, you won't have to face so much traffic. If you're heading from the railway, from the railway, as though you come down from the express and then you head towards Computer Village, it's quite a bit, just a little bit of traffic, but then the opposite direction is free. That's how it is around Ikeja on the bridge, okay? Moves up to just a General Hospital Bridge. It's quite free there. I can see very free roads, straight up into Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way. Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way is quite free. The first sign of traffic would be at about Sheraton Hotel, that's where you have a little bit of traffic, but it moves on. It's free up onto Wema Bank. And let's see, Wema Bank, straight up, Ikeja Plaza building, that is where the traffic picks up. Along Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way, Ikeja Plaza building, it gets up, it's quite very tight there. And then up onto Maryland. Maryland is extremely very heavy at this point, as though you're heading into Ikorodu Road. While I get all that ready, guys, do you have any tweets there?
Yeah, a few locations in Lagos, or do you want to take a few tweets?
Yeah, I actually had a few tweets on standby before he went into it. He mentioned
Let me just mention this one. Slow movements from Anthony Inwas Jibo. But besides that, some people are sharing their experiences about the new blue bus. We'll talk about that soon. Ile Zik to a long jam-packed, but you already mentioned some of these areas. Abeson to Pako moving slowly. Pako to under bridge to cement free at this time.
Yeah.
Cement to along seems free too. Okay, maybe that was like 4 minutes ago.
Mile 12 to Ojota is...
What? Looking like
it's tight.
Jammed. It's Monday.
Also, Ojota is tight. Right after Ojota is free.
Okay.
And then we then link up to Maryland that Mike was talking about.
You know something about these tweets, guys?
Yeah.
Ensure you call the handles because, like I told you, some people can just be in their home. They just want to be mysterious.
Wow,
you just call the handle. They don't say, Yomi say, Ikeja along his tight. I mean, it's not Yomi that said it too. Please just measure the handle so that they can hold that person.
Don't worry, we go
not
to
you.
the reliable handles. Don't worry, we do.
Okay,
we
but
try and make sure we do
let's see. This is VI at this particular point. I'm trying to see Amadu Bello Way is moving. Traffic is moving apart from some little points on the island. Both ways quite free up until Amadu Bello Way into Terra Culture. Terra Culture is that route is quite free. KPMG, good. AIS, American International School of Lagos, that is at that point. That is where the traffic picks up. Going into Ozumbam, by the way, Civic Center, you know, Civic Center, and then that's quite free. But then when you're picking up Civic Center, Quillox has a problem. I mean, you know that area. Now what happens is that because of Sunday clubbing, Quillox, I don't know what happens. Don't you think there has to be something done about that particular section where Quillox is? Because you see guys that will park the cars across the road, and then on this side, it causes problems Sunday morning and maybe sometimes Monday morning. It does cause some issues. What can be done about that particular place?
I really don't know what can be done.
So, you know, when you put an establishment such as that
On a major road.
On a major road, it's bound to affect traffic.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that initially when it wasn't so popular.
Yeah.
But a lot of our A-list musicians then made Quillox popular. And so once they arrive, and I've seen it happen before, when I used to do mainland to island, taking my wife to work. So at about 5:30, 5:45, you wouldn't know who the celebrity is, but you just see like a flashy car coming out, maybe like a Porsche or something, and then
Might not be a celebrity.
like 30 area boys.
Yeah.
You know, you would see probably Wiz on the plate number or something like that, or David 01 or David 02 or something. So, and then you see like 30 area boys following the car and hailing him, and
causing traffic.
So what causes traffic is when they throw money out.
Oh,
and there's so many people who want to grab.
So they throw money out, then these guys come on the road and it's just crazy. So yeah, and so that can cause like 30 minutes traffic.
Goodness
right
me.
there, yeah.
Well, Mike, hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, it can be a problem. It can be a problem. But then, hey, come on. It's Lagos. People still need to catch some fun. All right, that's all on Lagos traffic this morning. Let me go join you guys. Let's see what's up and about this morning.
Yes,
Thank you, Mike. So while I was taking the tweets, I noticed two different tweets that were retweeted by Traffic Butter. Yeah, since you said we should mention handles.
Okay.
Now, this one says, apparently, with the new buses in Lagos, I can decide to pay 400 naira from Beja to TBS to and fro, with chilling air conditioner and space to charge my phone.
Wow.
And I was like, are you for real? And then the next tweet says, okay, I'm in that new blue bus, first time in it, and it's got working USB charging ports under each chair. Like, I can imagine someone who hasn't had electricity for a while just going to and fro like 4 times.
So they do, you can buy a return ticket.
You can buy like a round trip.
Like a return ticket.
Yes, 400 naira, that's cheap.
That's amazing.
From where to where?
It's actually...
Beja to TBS to and fro.
That's
amazing.
You see the look of
Beja
my
TBS.
face. Yeah,
Beja
Beja to TBS.
Yeah, that's
There's
really,
AC,
so
And
yeah,
AC and charging ports.
You can charge your phone. Can you watch EPL?
On your own.
Is there TV there?
you never know. So if it has a charging port, it's likely it has a screen. You know, most of the older buses had screens. So
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
It should.
Like,
It
that
should.
means you're
It
taking
should.
Beja to
It should.
TBS, 200 naira.
So for those that were complaining that they threw some particular buses off the roads, hopefully they've been able to eat their words now. Because some of those buses were actually really run down. They were on their last legs. Maybe they would just spray it a little paint. But the truth is, they were being overworked. Imagine what those buses do every day, back, forth, back, forth.
And even for
crazy.
Even for the yellow buses, I heard the Lagos State government is trying to absorb some of
Yes, the drivers.
the more sane, the saner ones.
Everybody is
So
sane when
give
they're
them
looking
jobs,
for a
because
job.
a lot of people actually will lose their jobs. And then I think Lagos State government also wants to fade out some of these Volkswagen buses, those death traps that
Those
have
buses
like
are
3 or
older
4
than
seats.
some of
You know
our
what they call them?
parents.
Vanagon.
So is it
Buses
Vanagon
are
or
old,
Paragon? There's a way they call it.
You see Vanagon. When you those kind of buses that you see that the throttle is with a cable, and then you're joining the cable.
Wow.
But you know, the sweet part is just the charging. Because you know when you're rushing off to a meeting, maybe you're on the road.
Forget
so
something,
each bus you board, you can actually, and I
Just
hear
plug
is in
in.
front of the seat in front of you. So if you're on the bus and you're trying to figure out where, just look under the seat in front of you for the USB port and charge away.
So now we should be careful with those kind of things, right? Because vandalism is quite a major thing. I remember when the BRT buses started and they were very cool, and then with time, people started vandalizing them. If your USB, you know, some USBs are very funny. If your USB does not fit, there's no need to try and force it in.
True.
Some USBs, you know, some chinko phones like that.
Okay,
your
so-
USB, your charging points might
So
be different.
those that
So be careful.
the people that produce these
Don't charge
buses,
anyhow.
they must have thought about wear and tear. The truth is, it's a commercial vehicle, so they must have thought about wear and tear at least a year.
Titi,
Which
when I
one is
was
wear and
working
tear?
on the island,
No matter.
wear and tear. You
Wear
can
and
see
tear.
how those buses were brand new, chilling. It didn't take 2 years.
How does
Maintenance
Maintenance.
culture.
I was thinking about wear and tear. How does it help when somebody comes with something like a razor blade
Why
and goes
would
on the
you
chair?
use razor blade on
So
the
that's
chair?
what
crazy
they
things.
do.
You'll be shocked. And then my own
That's why
fear.
it's called vandalism.
Yes.
Sometimes, so for instance,
So-
there's a new building or a new wall or something, and then people go and write on it. It's just vandalism. So people do that for the fun of it sometimes.
Okay, like what this just brought to mind a tweet I saw some weeks back where a lady came online and was saying, oh, she's somewhere in the east, and the boss, the driver was complaining bitterly about, I think some new buses were introduced or something, and the trains.
Okay.
So the driver was complaining bitterly that the trains were making it more difficult to get customers.
Oh, wow.
That he and some other drivers are considering going to
Vandalism.
vandalize it.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Like
Yeah,
it
no,
was
yes,
there.
yes, it trended, it trended. And the
It
guy goes
trended,
like-
you saw it, right?
Yeah, it did. So the guy
Okay,
goes
so
like,
I
this
wanted
is-
to mention, I mentioned a post I
Yes,
saw
you think
over
so.
the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yes, you
the actor Chris Attor, apparently his new wife was shot and killed in the U.S. now.
Really sad story.
sad,
I
yeah.
read it. It was
Now-
just very strange.
It's really, really sad hearing this kind of thing because they just recently got married.
7 months, I believe.
And
Yeah,
she was
7
walking along, and you know, a man with a handgun just approached her and shot her.
She was actually coming from work.
So it just goes to show. I don't know. I really, people that go abroad and say they're running to the US, I'm just like, do you understand how violent it can be in
This
the
is not about
US?
the
Almost
US.
everyone
is
has it.
random.
Not
No,
almost
it's not
everyone,
about
but
the
many
US.
people
This
own
is-
guns in the
Yes.
US. In
I'm
the
just
UK, guns were banned. It
Yes.
is
But
knife
Was
attacks.
this a random? Was this
There's
a random
danger
act?
everywhere.
So that's the question now.
Yes.
Is it random?
It's been investigated to confirm whether
yes.
it was a
So
random
hopefully
act
we'll
or
find
something
out.
else
All
planned.
of you are dressed if you're
more
not seeing
about-
something that's happening here.
Chef Tina started. Just
Which
till
Chef Tina?
we'll wait till the
I'm
other side
cooking
of the
beans,
bar.
you're
Are you
saying
the
Chef
one
Tina.
cooking? Is it your
Please,
cooking?
Which one
Mike
is Chef Tina?
just happened to
Please,
be sitting
let's
in
just
front
go
of
on
this
this
You will need
boy.
to see this thing now.
Let's take a break and get that pot away from Mike.
You need to see
Mike
something now.
and food. No wonder you were
Yeah, maybe
standing
the guy-
there.
maybe the guy-
You're welcome again. It's time for our very first performance for today. And with me is Loving Charles. Well, his real name is Akinloye Temidayo, and he is both a musician and an artist. Right now, we'd like to see him display his talent as a musician. So as an artist, you do some painting?
A makeup artist.
A
actually.
makeup. Oh, you do makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Aha. So you're very good with makeup as well. Do you
Yes,
style
yes,
as well, or just makeup?
I just makeup. I tie gilly.
You tie gele very well.
Very well.
Did you learn to do this, or it came to you naturally, the tying gele part?
Learning, self-taught, and all that.
Wow, fantastic. But we're talking about you as a musician.
Okay.
I know you've been in the industry for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
And as an upcoming artist, what has it been like for you? I took a deep breath.
Yeah, I can't say much about that, but you know, the normal thing. Being an upcoming artist, you have
What
to
is
keep
normal?
pushing.
For those who don't know what is
Yeah.
abnormal.
Upcoming artists know what I'm trying to say.
But we are not upcoming artists. I'm not
Okay,
an upcoming
so-
artist.
You know, the normal thing, you have to keep recording, pushing for shows and all that. Put your stuff out there just to be on people's face and all.
Have you been able to do any major collaborations?
No.
Not yet.
No.
So you're still working on that.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your genre of music?
I always tell people I'm a folk, soul, a touch of Afro, and Fuji fusion artist.
So Afro folk, soul, Fuji fusion.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. Okay, so which of them are you playing today? Like, I feel like you have different sounds to your songs, but is it a combination of all of them or a particular sound today?
Sometimes. Okay, today it's more folk.
Folk.
Yeah.
So what song are you performing for us then?
Bamidele.
Bamidele. So you're going to be performing with Bamidele for us. So that one is a folk song.
Yeah.
You wrote the
more like
lyrics?
Not completely.
Oh, you had someone help you.
Yeah,
That's really brave of you, to be honest. Many upcoming artists don't come and say, oh, someone helped me write my song. Oh, that's great. So what is it like writing a song? Do you find it challenging or it comes easily to you?
Writing a song, I'm going to put that in two ways.
Okay.
You can write a song just because you want to like ball on a beat, you hear the beat and then you want to just write anything.
Okay. Or?
But when I really want to write a song like Bamidele, it takes a lot, you know. You have to think of how you want to sound, your own sound first of all, and how you want people to see this song, how you feel while writing it, you know. It takes a whole lot.
It takes a whole lot. I can imagine. I'm sure you have family support. Okay. That looks like another comma. Who isn't in support of your music?
Yes, can I mention names?
Okay, sure.
Okay. I think I have just one person now.
Oh,
he's dead, he's late.
What about your mom?
She's somewhere in Osun State.
Okay.
Okay. So, Femi Obong Daniels.
Okay.
That's Cool FM set of stations.
Okay. So he's been really supportive.
Yeah, that's. Like
but your mom has also been supportive.
Yeah, sure.
She's also been supportive.
Yeah, you've been supporting.
Yeah, you actually waved at his mom. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to your performance. Bamidele, a folk song, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure you're also looking forward to watching his performance. Take it away.
So it's Monday morning. Our job this morning is really simple. Just to chase away those Monday morning blues.
Yes, indeed. And we have 1 hour and 45 minutes to do that. My name is Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Now, we're hoping you had a really great weekend. Hopefully you had some good rest and had some fun, because that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you know?
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work out that way.
No, it doesn't.
Especially if you've got a family wedding and you're involved.
Some Owambe things.
No, if you're involved in a family wedding, it's
drama.
It's just drama. You can be really, really tired. But anyway, we're streaming live right now at tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Send in your comments across social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, using the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
Now, I have a question for you. Did you know that we have an app? Hello, if you didn't, where have you been? On the dark side of the moon? Just asking. Well, just in case you didn't know, it's available right now. You can download it on Android and iOS stores. The app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world. So tell a friend, tell a family member to keep up with us in our app.
All right, so to start the week with Mary in the kitchen, we've got Chef Tina. She's back.
Yes,
and you know she has something special for us today.
Chef
something has
has
been
something
cooking.
special. You know
something has
that.
been cooking since 6 a.m.
I
wonder
Mike,
what
Mike
that
has
can
just
be.
been staring at the cooking since morning. Mike. But it's good to have you back, Chef Tina.
Good morning.
It's a great way to start the week when Chef Tina is in the kitchen.
Whoa.
You never know what she's up to. This one that there's beans. You know I like beans. I'm just saying.
I love beans. That's my favorite.
Okay, I love beans. So yeah, let's start now. Competition.
I love beans.
I can't believe you. Titi, do you like beans?
I'm a fan. I am a fan.
Whoa.
I just don't like. I don't like it too spicy. So Chef Tina, please just reduce the pepper.
Chef Tina, please make it very
The
spicy.
pepper.
That's one less mouth to feed.
Really,
Yes.
Mary?
Make
Really?
it very, very spicy. Yomi, do you like spicy beans?
Oh yeah, I mean,
So you,
either way,
Titi,
it's
you'd
fine.
have to bear with the rest of us.
Yeah.
We love
Well, just pity me, please. I'm actually really hungry today for some reason. Yes. So look, she's hard at work already.
Yeah, she's hard at work.
But just in case you're wondering what we have on the lineup today, strategic foresight for development. Wondering what that is all about? Now we have speaker, author Rufai Oseni giving us an answer to that question and hopefully motivating us a little later on. And if you're looking to buy a car but you can't afford a brand new one, you might just settle for getting a used one. To get yourself the best deal, Abayomi Bosude of Autocentric Garage. He's going to be giving us tips on what to look out for when buying a used car.
And of course, comedian, actor, and MC, Brother Wasiu, SLK, is going to be joining us on the show later on today.
We have on SME4 this week, Jade Solarawa of Milia by Jade, or is it by Jade? I'm not sure right now. Jade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I said Jade earlier because, you know, it's something
Jade, yeah.
tush, very, you know.
Jade sounds a bit,
There's
yeah.
nothing tush about it.
I'm
That
just
is
saying that was the tushness in me. Well, she has a clothing brand and it started a little over 2 years ago, and she has some really special dedication to wearable arts, and that should be really interesting for
Wearable
all of us.
arts,
Yes,
I like
indeed.
that.
Yeah, and you know earlier you mentioned the used car segment.
Yeah.
And I suddenly remembered something that was in the news over the weekend.
Okay.
The government is working with banks to ensure that people who want to buy a particular Nigerian brand of vehicles can get loans at single digits, at most 10% interest rates. And
Seriously?
I'm telling you, like, it's supposed to be between 9 to 10%, but that should be the maximum. It could be less, but that should be the maximum, just to encourage Nigerians to buy the
buy new
locally
cars.
produced.
Yeah.
So I was
cars.
trying to think of what my first car was like, you know, and it was, I scraped together some money, paid like 3 times for this Civic that used to rattle down the streets every single day. Now, I say rattle because for some reason the engine just never sounded smooth, but I felt so cool. Like I felt really, really good about it. But the truth is, on an average, most people end up getting used cars.
As a first car, yeah.
Yeah, first car. Most people get a used car, and there are so many things I wish I had known then. I probably wouldn't have spent money on that car.
There are
in the first
few,
place.
just like Mary said, there are a few organizations that what they try to do now. I know that there are several banks who own, who partly own some companies like Toyota and all of that. So what they try to do is, because they own part of those companies, they then try to, once you're an entry-level staff, they, in a way, compel you to get a car as part of your contract.
Yes, and
compel,
then they take a
that
bit
word
of it from
compel.
your
Yeah, so
salary.
yeah, it's by compulsion. It's part of your letter.
Wow.
So you get their smallest car, and then you pay maybe for the next 4 to 5 years. Yeah.
So they're literally tying you down to their company.
I don't know about that.
Exactly.
But I do know
Which
Yomi
is
has
why-
to take the
Which
news.
is why I said compulsion. by
Yeah.
compulsion. All right, I do have to take the news now. And President Muhammadu Buhari has described education as the bedrock of the nation's socio-economic development, promising to deploy enough resources to the sector. The president says his administration would continue to support programs that will improve the well-being of Nigerians. Represented by the Minister of State for Education, Professor Anthony Onwuka, at an event in Anambra State, which featured the conferment of award of postgraduate and honorary degrees to various beneficiaries. President Muhammadu Buhari assured that the federal government would be undaunted in tackling youth unemployment. Now on to foreign news now. 4 foreign hostages, including 2 French citizens, have been rescued by French commandos from a militant group in Burkina Faso. This led to the death of 2 elite soldiers in the nighttime operations. French special forces carried out the raid over the night of Thursday to Friday, supported by U.S. intelligence to counter Islamic militants in the Sahel region. President Emmanuel Macron's office said all 4 hostages were safe, adding that a U.S. woman and a South Korean woman were also freed in the covert operation. 4 kidnappers were also killed and 2 escaped in the encounter. Well, that's it for the news update for this hour. We're going to bring you the weather forecast, and after that, sports. Check out what Mary and Chef Tina are up to. I hope that beans is soft. It's been on for over an hour.
Oh. We're up to something. Yes, so we're up to something this morning, and it's something really tasty, something fantastic. Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's a brand new week, and we are starting it off with Chef Tina. Go Chef Tina. Go Chef Tina. That's a mouthful. But it's good to see you again.
Good morning.
Okay.
Yes, this morning we're making our veggie beans. You know, we have beans in different way. I grew up knowing my mommy calling beans. It would say gentle beans and distinguished stew. Yeah. And later I think we started eating ewa. So this is my recipe.
For ewa as well.
No.
Gentle beans distinguished stew. Okay.
This is my own recipe this morning. I just have my onions flakes in here. Then I'm just going straight with my tomato paste.
Okay. First, we made sure the oil was hot. So the oil was already heated.
So this is my tomato paste in.
Okay.
Okay, I will just run through the recipe.
Yeah. So let's talk about the ingredients.
Okay. I have my smoked fish.
Okay.
My plantain. Then I have my green spring onions, green pepper, red pepper, onions flakes. I have my seasoning cube, the tomato paste in here already, my salt. Then the beans is already cooked.
Yes, the beans is what has been boiling almost. You know how long it takes to get ready, right? Yes, so that's why we have to have an early start on the beans. So don't mind all the drama this morning.
So, like I said, my tomato paste, I'm just going to add little salt. Then my seasoning cube.
Yeah, the usual. Never squeeze it in. Okay, so do we start frying plantain on the other side?
Yes,
okay.
I think you helped me for that.
Okay. So, the entire process with the beans boiled, how long does it take?
Let's say, is it after the beans is cooked?
Yes, since the beans is cooked.
Within 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to add my
spring
onions.
Okay. I could have sworn it's a little too early.
To do that?
Yes.
No. So I'm just going to add my red bell pepper. Then the green pepper goes in. Then I'll add more of my onion flakes to give it that nice.
This is beans we are cooking on?
Yes, so.
Ha. Oh, wow.
So I'll just allow it to simmer for like few minutes.
Okay.
Then the next thing I'll add is my smoked fish.
Smoked fish.
Yes.
So we have our sauce on one side, and then we have our dodo on the other side, or rather our plantain. That's what we're making here. Okay, so Chef Tina.
Yes.
This, as far as I'm concerned, is no longer beans. But of course, she called it veggie beans.
Yes.
So we can't wait to see the results of this drama. When Chef Tina is in the kitchen, she's always adding a twist or two to everything. But not to worry, we'll definitely come back to take a look at the meal, okay? And of course, the end process, okay? So you stay with us. We have to go on this break. It's the Wake Up Nigeria. You're welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We've been hard at work, Chef Tina especially, and she also had one creative boost which she'll be sharing with you shortly. So, Chef Tina, you have started putting the beans. You did not even let me... Oh yeah, tell us so far how we arrived at this and what you're doing with the beans.
Okay, I just made my veggie. I stir fry the vegetables. That's the green pepper, red pepper, and all. So I just want to mix them together now.
Okay.
So I'm adding
your beans. Okay. Aha. So now I'm going to do the amebo, since you seem not to be ready to talk about it. There's a reason there's some of the beans left. So Chef Tina almost changed her mind about doing this pottage beans. What she wanted to do was to have the beans served and then put some of the veggies on it. But I was able to influence her. Let me have my moment. And so we're going to have two different dishes, or rather two different styles of serving, okay? Yeah. So one would be the bean pottage. That's the veggie beans pottage. I'm adding pottage. Say thank you. And then the other one, of course, will be the beans. That's the cooked beans as it is, and some veggies on it, okay? So you want to look out for the plating. If you miss it at the end of the show, you can always check it out on social media, where, of course, we always share pictures of what we make in the kitchen. Okay, so why are you cutting this up?
I just want to add this. It up. No.
Oh, you're still going to put it there?
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing with the plantain? I remember you told me earlier that it's going to be done into kebab style.
Yes.
Well, we've seen you do the kebab thing several times. But for the benefit of those who haven't, I'm sure she'll be showing you how to achieve the kebab, the dodo kebab. She'll tell me now that it's plantain kebab. Okay, so...
I just have my red pepper.
Okay.
Just gonna...
Okay, we haven't seen the process before. You just always do it down. So this isn't bad. So cut it up like that.
Yeah.
Aha.
So I have my stick.
Okay. Okay.
Just a few of it.
Okay.
So you just
put plantain. Oh, I thought it's plantain pepper, plantain pepper. This is another style to do. Okay.
So you can actually use whatever you feel like using.
So we can add, you can make it kind of like
onions,
this dodo even.
Yes.
Add, or chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
Or beef. Yes. So I should try it with prawns. No, prawns would be too big. Maybe shrimps.
No, the prawn is very nice.
With the plantain?
Yes.
Have you tried it? With, oh,
yes, I have. I have, so.
Yeah. So that's our plantain kebab.
We just
ready to serve. Let me count how many, so I'll know how much to charge everybody that is eating it today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you guys should feel like, since it's 10 naira plantain, like 300 naira. Yeah, I'll accept 300 naira.
Plantain is very expensive.
This is more than one now.
Yes.
So I accept. No, I've changed my mind. 500 naira per kebab. So if you know you want some, pay it into my account right away.
Alima will buy that.
No, it's Alima I'm talking to. He's the one I'm talking to, actually. So you thank you for saying the name.
But there's someone that said he's so rich. We shouldn't sell it 500.
Yes, the person can pay for everybody. Just one payment of $100.
You know.
We are not mentioning names, though. But anybody that watched the first hour already knows who we are talking about. The person claimed to be so rich.
Yeah.
Yes, and then Nigerians will go after him with their problems. But the person says he's so rich that he can afford to pay for everything. So.
Wow. So maybe we should just give that person...
We already gave you a clue with the E. The person is the one coming after this segment.
Really?
So in case you are still not understanding. So this is ready to serve.
Yes.
And then, of course, the beans is also ready to serve in the style you wanted to make it. So I can always add fish. Besides the fish, I can add the beef, chicken, anything
yes,
I want to put into it.
Okay. It's always good for you to have assorted in your beans. And, you know, for growing up, I never liked beans. And, you know, they tried every way for you to, like, fall in love with it.
Beans,
And I know that my kids also, they don't like beans. So I started trying, you know, different ways. And now they love beans.
Oh, wow.
I wish I knew I would have eaten beans when I was younger. So maybe I would have been taller than you now.
She said it. I didn't. But you could also play with fruits, right? I can put in apples and pineapples.
Oh. Mary, what would we call that now?
It would be sweet and sour beans. No, but seriously, I realized that putting in, you know, cutting up apples and pineapples in a meal always gives it one different taste.
Acidic taste.
Well, acidic and yet sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
Yes. So you're taking a spoonful of beans. I've not tried it with beans, though. It might explode and turn to something else.
But I think if you want to try that,
yeah,
make sure you don't go out. So you should be very close to the, I don't know.
I think that's a wrap. We are not coming again to the end of the show today. At least Chef Tina isn't, and I'm sure that's the case, because she just shaded me.
No, but really, you want to put apple?
Yes, and pineapple in beans.
In beans?
Yes.
Me, I'm not cut out for that.
Yeah, because I always have the flour, I always have tissue paper. So if you need some toilet paper, you can always come and meet me. That's fine. I'll be very generous. All right, it's time for us to move on to something really exciting. You know how we do the SME series every week? Well, we have Yomi on standby with Jade Solarawa. Hi, Yomi. The rich Yomi.
I just happened to
Yes,
be
I
here
said
too,
it.
You know, I'm just saying. I'm right
Titi
here.
and Yomi, what happened?
Yeah.
I couldn't miss talking to Jade Sola. You know, it was just too much.
She's awesome.
Leave that
She's
place.
just
Let
too
the rich
awesome.
man handle
And,
it. I couldn't help that.
Jade Sola is the CEO of Milia by Jade, or Jade. And now just over 2 years old, this company. And the brand uses Adire. And you saw, I'm sure you've seen some of the promos on TVC. Tie and dye, Kampala and batik to design contemporary outfits such as jackets, play suits, cape dresses, and so forth. Now, the modern day design for every woman.
You know the amazing thing? She's also dedicated to the promotion of African culture. So she does this by using African arts, fashionable and stylish to wear. And she's wearing a piece right now. Jade is here.
Thank you. Good
Welcome.
morning. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you. It took you guys long enough, but.
So Jade, you know, when it comes to women's clothing, it feels like an industry that we could call saturated. A lot of people are doing the designer thing, but you still decided to go into it. There must have been something behind that. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you guys for having me once again. And yeah, you're absolutely right. But again, I think it kind of like goes back to like what was driving you. Do you know what I mean? So if you have the right motives driving you, then even though the industry is saturated, you know, you're still going to find your space around it. So pretty much like, why did I start doing this and everything? Like, I've been very lucky. All of my life, I've just gone from job to job to job to job. And I think like about 2.5, like 3 years ago, one day I just thought, you know, I don't want to do what I'm doing anymore. Let me just take a breather, right? So I quit with no plan B, no job in sight. No, I kid you not. Like, and it was the first time I just said to myself, I'm going to take some months to just like relax and get myself together. Like, you know, I'd been so stressed out. And, you know, month 1 was good, 2, month 3, you know, you're chilling, enjoying taking my daughter to school, being mommy pick-up time, all that.
Wow.
Meanwhile, shout out to all the housewife moms out there. It is hard work. So I did that for a few months and everything. I just thought, okay, you know what? Okay, enough. Well, rent has to be paid. Child, wake up. What are you going to do? And then it kind of like, okay, I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I have OCD, serious OCD. So I thought maybe a cleaning business. But if you've ever tried to deal with employees in Nigeria, you know that that's another quick way to die. So I just thought, okay, you know what? Let me think about it. So went back to the drawing board and I thought, okay, I love clothes. I've always loved clothes. From when I was little, I'm the girl that would try and make everything just work. And then I love art. I can spend hours in like an art museum and stuff. So I just thought, okay, you know what? art, clothes, how do I make this work? And then I love culture. I love being Yoruba. I love being able to speak my language, all of those things. And you know, the whole Adire thing came. A friend of mine was going to Abeokuta, and I just thought, you know what, can you buy me just one of those materials and everything? He came back, bought it. I thought, what can I do with this? And I decided to make a robe, because I was like, you know what, even if you're at home, you should be elegant. Like, nothing stops you from being chic and sexy when you're in your house. I made it, showed it a few friends, and I'm like, this is nice. And are you selling it? I'm like, wow. Now I'm selling it. And you know, so pretty much the idea for Malia by Jade kind of like grew from there, and that was it. So it was part mentality of, look, I need to make a living, right, while being between jobs, and then also just being able to like give room to express my creativity and the things that I wanted. And in over 2 years, I've kind of stuck to, going back to your question about being saturated and everything, I think what I've done is I've stuck to what I know and what I like, which is using an infuse of, you know, batik, adire and everything. So that makes me happy.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. How do you move from this idea, this passion to a business? Because a lot of people have this challenge of, this is what I like, or this is what I like to do. And
you can't make money out of it.
You can't make money out of it, or you just discover that it's just too difficult to do. You can't process the thing quickly enough to get enough clients, or you can't scale your business. So how do you do that? How do you move from the idea stage and then recognizing that this is a business and doing it as a business?
To be honest with you, I'm still learning. I'm just a little over 2 years, so there's a lot that I still don't know, and I kind of like learn as I go along. So the thing about what I've realized is I never used to be like a risk taker, but now I've realized that you're going to run a business, you have to take risks. There's no shortcut. Do you understand? So yes, you'll do some things, it's not going to work. The key is knowing what doesn't work and going back to the drawing board. And it takes a lot of inner strength, because there's so many times when I felt like, why am I even doing this? You know, like I have a good career path, you know, just follow that, be serious with it, make good money, take care of it. But then that's where the passion part comes in, because I'm sure you talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, right? And it's like, oh, you know, like I'm so passionate about what I do. And that's the thing. I would make you clothes for free because I actually love to look good. I like it when people look good. So it's taking, so that passion is kind of like the #1 fuel that you need for going, even when things make no sense. Remember when I was talking to you guys just now, I said I tried to do a cleaning business. And the key to that, immediately I was like, okay, I don't really have a passion for this. And then, you know, like, you know, the whole personal challenge around it is going to drive me crazy. So you kind of drop it. My philosophy about life is try. It doesn't work, you go back to the drawing board and you try again. So pretty much is that whole like knowing that, okay, you know what, not everything is going to work, but then finding the ones that work. And then, so it's kind of like instinctive as well. How do you market? How do you take care of your finances? When I first started, oh my God, let me just you guys. So initially I was so excited because people wanted to buy and I wanted to make it so cheap. So I was selling things so cheap, like, so I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute. So I'm selling stuff, right? But it's not translating into money. So it's literally like the client pays, I'm paying tailors, I'm paying for fabrics, I'm paying for this. I'm like,
it's not working.
Calm down, guy. Like something's going wrong here. And then, you know, one day a friend of mine said to me, like, did you calculate how much does it cost you to produce one item? I was like, I don't really know. We're like, you're in trouble. Yeah, exactly. My friend, you're going to sit down and you're going to find out what it costs you to, you know, produce. And then you have to put a margin on it to make a sale. So even now, I'm still not quite there yet, because I'm still so excited about the fact that, oh my God, I love your dress. Can I have it? Exactly. Can I, you know? So I'm so excited about that as opposed to like the business side of things. But then again, because now I'm recognizing that, you know what, there's value to what I do. So I have to kind of like teach myself. So what do? I'm not very good with finances. Get someone to manage that for you. Do you understand? And promise them that, you know what, we'll all grow together. Let me pay you peanuts now. As the business is growing, you know, I pay you more. So yeah, you just find the right support system for what you know, for the things that you lack, and then find a way to like, you know.
Amazing, amazing.
I wish we could keep this going. Honestly, there's just so much to talk about.
Yeah, but we do have to go on a break. And we'll be back after this with more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome. Now you know that if you have particular taste in TV, now this is the show for you. This one, right? Wake Up Nigeria is the show for you.
Yes, indeed. A very good morning to you once again. Welcome to the third hour The first 2 hours have moved by so fast. You know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and now we're at 8. My name is Yomi Ope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Please note, we're streaming live online at tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Please send in those comments using our hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
All right, the TVC app is available for download on the Google Play Store and the Android iStore. The app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world. Imagine that.
Yes, indeed. Now, a lot of people are on our online community right now. They're already chatting, already gisting away about what we've already done on the show. If you missed it, you can check us out on YouTube. A lot of clips will be up there very, very soon. Now, if you're buying a used car, now you should ensure that you're not getting a problematic one. Abayomi Bosude will be giving us tips on what to look out for and what to avoid very soon.
All right. We're going to be joined also by actor, MC, and comedian SLK, a.k.a. Badawassiu, shortly.
We also have Juliana Olayode joining us a little later on the show as well.
Yeah, she of
That's
the Jenifa's
Toyo,
dad.
baby.
Yeah.
Got it. We have had an interesting morning so far, but Mike, I have to say, I'm loving this blue and white that you put on today. I don't know. Yeah, really? I'm giving you a compliment and that's all you have to say? Really? Really?
High five. That was just, so how's the weekend?
Just say thank you. That's the common practice. Somebody
So another episode of Game of Thrones has gone by.
Yes,
So I have spoilers. Yeah, I wanted to see the look on their faces.
So do I, actually, Mary. Should we wreck it for everyone?
I don't even have any spoilers. I've not seen it yet.
Oh, well.
But Yomi's face was like...
We'll probably just leave you to the viewers to tackle you guys online when you spoil their day
Mike
for them.
is the go-to guy usually for, you know,
now.
he's the go-to guy for information on it.
I'm in these spoilers. I will catch you.
You catch you.
And it's not by, you know, when someone gives you a spoiler, give the person a spoiler, give me the person food. That's what they like.
Oh, wow.
You have to find another way to hurt the person.
Don't worry, no spoilers coming from us, but it is a very interesting episode.
What now? Which one now?
It's really good. It's really, really
And
good.
the North always remembers.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Yeah, so I'll always remember.
Wow.
So, but how's the weekend for you guys? How's the weekend for you guys? What do you guys?
Good.
What do you guys do about the weekend?
So someone offered me a massage, an actual spa massage, and sadly, this person thought that they were massaging me, but they were wounding me. I don't know if you've ever gone for a massage before. It's supposed to be soothing and this was
you know
not.
you like chess people.
It was not funny at all.
Very, very muscular person.
I was confused.
Was it muscular?
Are you fighting me? It was. No, I was like, I actually had to ask her that. Is it that you have someone?
was it?
It was a lady. It was a
Was
lady.
it Vietnamese?
No, it's
Type
a
of-
Chinese
Nigerian.
massage.
It was a Nigerian, and I was just confused. I was like, well, am I not paying for this service?
No, but I think massage is
co-
different. Depends on what you want.
Exactly.
So there are therapeutic massages.
They wrote relaxing massage.
Yeah,
Was the person pleasant? The person might have been in a bad mood.
I honestly, I
And then
think
so
so.
transfer of aggression. It happens sometimes.
So there's some massages to reconstruct some things in your body.
No.
There's some massages to chill
They
you
wrote
down.
relaxing massage. This one, she literally.
Are you still feeling the pain?
Yes, I'm still feeling pain now.
then that's
It's really bad. And then, so you know when you put the massage oil on someone, I just held instead of, you know, like just rub your hands together and just.
Looks like she fought with her husband.
Or
She
it
probably had a
looks
quarrel
like
with him.
you went to a learner.
Yeah, it depends to where.
like-
Yeah, maybe the person was the leather or something.
Kilo
you know?
shele.
How much did you?
You don't want to know. You don't want. It wasn't. I didn't actually pay for it. It was paid by
That's
someone
why.
else.
So they gave you the treatment of someone that
You should have
Honestly,
just gone for the
I was
local
tempted.
standard. Local standard massage where you tell your child to stand on your back.
until your
Yanda.
child weighs
You know you have
30
to.
kilograms.
So they just go pull. They have to get up
And
and
before
down.
you know it, all your back is set.
Yomi, define the
I
age
almost
of
called
that
the
child.
manager.
You have
Yeah.
to say.
So the
like
child
you.
will be about 4 or 5.
No, even till 6, 7 depends.
6 what?
Yeah, it depends. There's some 6-year-olds that are
I
not so.
feel like
That are
wait
about
till you
skinny.
measure or weigh
In my
their
mind,
no, it's
I was going to
relative,
call
so-
the manager. I was going to complain.
Did you?
But the truth is, I just looked at her face and I was just like, it's okay, let me just be going. I was upset. I didn't have the strength.
watching you.
I didn't
now,
have
now
strength.
knows.
So well,
Yeah.
for me, it was about the EPL this weekend.
Oh,
it was the
of
final
course.
week of EPL, and so with one or two friends, so we just sat down. We watched like 5 matches at the same time, just skipping from one to the other and all of that. And Manchester United didn't disappoint. In fact, someone made a joke about their name, and then the Red Devils, they came 6th. Their position is with 66 points.
Wow.
What do you expect?
Wow.
So they came 6th with 66 points. Mourinho left 6. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 6th. 8 straight wins 6.
There are a lot of the sixes.
A lot of in fact, yeah. So
Goodness
but yeah, so it was basically it was a happy, sad kind of feeling like okay, so for the next 3 months, what's gonna happen now? So everyone was just like, oh boy, what I do? And somebody went like AFCON. I beg, leave AFCON, Jari.
Can you imagine?
Now,
Like,
and
Yes, the ladies can actually.
we'll be forced to watch the AFCON. Everybody
AFCON,
will
yeah.
sit down and watch it.
Or watch reruns of the EPL if you want.
All right, so welcome to the auto segment on Wake Up Nigeria. We love it. And this morning, so we had this guy last week, and people loved him and loved the delivery. And he's back this week to talk to us about the things that you need to know if you're going to be buying a used car. They usually would say, oh, get your mechanic to come and look at it. But sometimes even the mechanic might not know what to look out for. So Abayam is joining me this morning. He's from the Autocentric Garage. And how you doing?
I'm all right, bro. Good morning.
Hope you had a good weekend.
Not bad. Eventful, boy.
Not bad. So, as a young man, sometimes you're thinking, or a young lady, sometimes you're thinking, okay, I want to buy my first car. Especially for those buying their first car, because you're buying your first car, you are basically a novice. You know nothing about cars. You don't understand what you should look out for in Nigeria, the climate, different things like that. So, what's the first thing? So I have, say, 700,000 naira. I want to buy my first car.
Okay.
What's the first thing that I look out for as a new buyer or as a used car buyer?
Great. The first thing, in fact, you've already set the tone. You have a budget. So you have your budget. You have 700,000, for instance. Yeah. So then you want to buy your car. Now the question is, what do you want to do with your car? What kind of car do you need? Do you need a car? Do you need an SUV? Do you need a van? Do you need a bus? Depending on what you want to do, because that for me is very important.
So let's say it's a personal car and I want to be taking it to work on a daily basis. So to work and back 5 days a week. So standard personal car.
Standard personal car, you need a 4-cylinder vehicle with a smaller engine. You don't need any V8 or big engine that would be a 4-guzzler for you. Because remember, it's your first car. You want a good experience and you want something, you're going to be traveling every day driving every day, 5-6 days a week. Yeah. So you need something with a small engine with minimal fuel consumption. So
4-cylinder would do that for you?
It would do that excellently for you. 4-cylinder, small 4-cylinder, maybe a 1.6, 1.8 liter engine, And then again, you also need to look at, aside that, do you have any car in mind? Because sometimes what you have in mind wouldn't match your budget.
Exactly. That happens a lot for many people, yeah.
Good. So you have to then do a little research on what your budget can afford. So affordability / budget come together.
All right, so let's talk about now that you're beginning to match all these things. Okay, I have my budget, I have an idea of the car that I want. So sometimes you hear people say, oh, I either want a Honda or a Toyota or a Kia, or something like that. So they already have an idea of what they want. What's the next thing?
Next thing now is to go car shopping. Car shopping.
It's not that simple. It's not as simple as you're saying.
I know that's just the heading.
Yeah.
Go car shopping. But going car shopping, remember you're also busy. You're probably in the office. Yeah. So you're going to check online. Now there's lots of scam sites that you need to be wary of. I'm not going to mention any name. But before you pay for any vehicle online, check. Have someone look at it physically. Have a physical inspection done
of the car. So have a physical inspection of the car before you pay for it.
Before you pay for it. Right. In fact, do a test drive. If possibly, pay Autocentric Garage to do it for yours, a trusted hand to help you check it out, because that matters a lot. I've heard of many people pay so much for a car that didn't exist.
Exactly. So so once I see the car, maybe either online or I see it physically, then I get a guy like Abayomi to say, okay, let's go and see this car together. Tell me if this is a good car to buy.
Excellent.
So as the expert in this, once you open the engine, what do you look for?
Before I even open up the engine, I take a look around the car.
Yeah.
You know, from the expert's point of view, the angle, there are different angles you look at the car to know if it's had a serious body job done to it or if it was seriously involved in any accident and the kind of repair that was done.
And by observing you can tell.
You can tell. If it has just been freshly painted, then I'll ask questions. Why was it painted? What was wrong? You know, I expect the seller to be a bit honest, at least be honest with me about that, because that would inform other questions and what we need to do. You know, so by the time you do a walk around the vehicle, then you can, you know, look inside and the interior, see if it's really bad, if there's rust inside, because some vehicles are well packaged, let me put it that way. They're going to sell you a lemon. So they'll be well packaged, but you can still look at some things.
Yeah.
So you look at the interior, see if it's really rusty on the panels, the frames, look around, then you look, I'll look underneath as well, looking at the subframe underneath. See how bad or good it looks.
So some of these things that you're saying is not what people would typically look at. You
No.
just enter the car and they ask, show start. And once is the AC working?
AC working and they're good.
Yeah.
No, it
so
goes.
those are not the things you look out for. You look out for really important things.
Yes.
You get an expert
there
like
you go.
Abayomi or Ultracentric Garage that can then say, oh yeah, this is a good car to buy.
This is a good car to buy. We'll do all that checks for you, and you know, we then look at the engines, look at your engine, the transmission, look at the fluid type, the fluid level. You know, we do all those very detailed things. You know, of course, the seller won't allow you to strip the car apart.
Yeah.
But we'll do what we can. You know, because
and then you can then advise appropriately.
Appropriately, either to negotiate on the figure in question, lower, you know, because there might still be work that has to be done, you know. By the time we do all of that, some sellers will just tell you straight, okay, you know what, this guy is a pro.
Yeah.
And they will tell you what's up with the car.
Exactly, and then you then be able to get a good price.
Yes,
for
get
it
a good price. So it's really, but then again, it can be tricky if you don't know what to check.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Abayomi, as usual, for giving us some of these tips about buying new cars. If you want more information, please check him out at Ultracentric Garage on social media, and I'm sure he can answer your questions for that. We're heading back into the studio to give you some of the other stuff that we have for you for the rest of the show.
A great one there, Yomi. Thank you very much. Wonderful tips there, Yomi. You're both Yomi. Okay, I've got SLK in the house, who's a comedian with skits online with the alter ego, Brother Wasiu. He's also an actor, an MC, great man. Great man, it's great to have you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good to see you again.
Talking about acting, I know you've been doing a lot of things now, and you have something very, very recent. Can you talk to us about what you have now as an actor?
I just featured in the film Another Father's Day.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Sequel to Father's Day. Father's Day came out I wasn't in Father's Day, but I was in Another Father's Day by Bukola Ogushola. Yeah, so that's coming out. It's premiering pretty soon, June 14th.
Okay, cool. Now talking about Nollywood, there's a trend now, a trend of getting comedians or skit makers into movies, probably to sell them. I don't have a problem with it, really. But you know, a lot of people complain that you just get funny, you know, Brother Shaggy, you get SLK, you get all these different comedians, they have fans, you put them into the movie. It's not like they really know how to act, but you're trying to sell. What's your take on stuff like that?
But I can only speak for myself. Okay. I've been acting way before I started stand-up comedy. Okay. Then before I started doing skits. So I've always been acting. In fact, I see my skits as a monologue, like still acting and stuff.
True.
So I've been acting since I was a kid.
All right.
So me, acting is part of my passions. So if I'm going to put what I do in a scale of passions, I'll say stand-up comedy, acting then skits, which is still acting.
But does that mean that you're good, or if we get people at it, getting people like you, is it about selling to the fans, or is it really about the talent of
It depends on the producer. It depends on what is in the producer's mind. I've always been a fan of do something good, do something quality instead of doing something for fame. But a lot of people also, obviously, getting the numbers is also important to sell a film. So I guess it's a measure of the two. The fact that, okay, but Ashagi is really funny, but he has all the all the followership. What's wrong in me bringing him on board? And that's one of the advantages of actually of social media.
Yeah.
Because social media brings you out there and you begin to get every other thing. You get TV roles, you get endorsement deals.
Wow.
You get movie roles, you get endorsement deals, you even present. So
Yeah,
a lot of,
true,
you can
true.
do a lot of stuff just by being popular.
Social media. And social media has, social media also can be the judge, jury, and executioner at the same time. The case that comes to mind where social media has been used is the Naira Marley case, very recently. Now, you see, a lot of people have, they said that, look, Baba, you were just calm on your own. No? You're just on your own. Now, you now went to Lano, just on your own. You're just there. Nobody called you.
It's more like the state of the country. Naira went down.
Okay.
Naira went down.
Okay, that's a good one. And people think, as a president, he's still in custody. He's still in custody of with
well,
EFCC.
I wish him good luck, but I would never, like I've always said it, I will never stand for something that I don't think is right, which is, I think cybercrime has crime inside of it, meaning that it's a crime. So,
under no reason should it be justified.
Should it be justified, no matter what? They say the country is terrible, and we still find Yahoo guys in other countries that are good. We see them in Malaysia, we see them everywhere, that have good economy. So what's the excuse? I think it's just a bad habit. It's more like a bad habit.
That just follows you.
You know, Yorubas will say, Oda, Oda.
Okay, then look at this pose. I don't understand. This is supposed to be, in Yankee, this would be a mugshot.
I don't know what maybe the EFCC, they are really making them comfortable because I don't think I can be in trouble and... So I guess, it looks like they actually packaged. Oh, hold on. All right. It didn't look like they were...
Yeah, it's supposed to be a mug shot. So I'm supposed to have people, and then you're supposed to turn to the side. And you know how mug shots are now?
What is not... when I enter trouble... Sorry, when one of my guys entered trouble, this was not how the guys stood, though. Yeah. Some of them were on the floor. You know, in this country, if you steal pepper, you'll be on the floor.
Come on, man. But
now, when you have some money, you pose.
You pose like for your mug shot. Imagine. Okay, but now the point is some other things. Celebrities also, with the way they stand for each other. I understand the concept of being there for somebody. Yeah, but personally, I feel like if my guy does something wrong, I call him up, say, Baba, I hear this, you do him. If you do him, make we go beg. I will join and say, this is my guy, we are sorry. But the thing of, you heard your guy did something. You don't know whether it's true or not. But because of he's your guy and you feel like you should stand for him, you don't know whether he's wrong or right. You just stand up, no, now this guy didn't do it and all of that.
And that's even relative because there's some things that are just wrong. Some things that are wrong, we all know is wrong. But there's some things that are just maybe character, like, it depends on how you look at it. You can still stand up for those kind of things.
Yeah.
Like I've had my friend being bashed. I've had him bashed a couple of times, D1, on social media. Exactly. And I'll stand up for him because I don't think what he did was wrong.
Yeah, but you know what he actually did, first of all.
Yeah.
It's not like you're talking from a case of blind...
Like, do you understand? If it's crime, it's crime.
Yeah,
if it's,
true, I understand.
Something
and especially when it's comedy, people tend to misunderstand a lot.
Yeah, true.
And I think that comedians need to know... The second talent of comedians is knowing how to say sorry. Because, at times, people don't get your jokes and you just have to apologize.
It was Marlon Wayans said in a recent interview. Marlon Wayans is an American comedian.
Exactly.
He said he was just angry because being politically correct and all these things. He was just talking about the First Amendment and stuff that, I mean, he has freedom of speech and stuff.
Exactly. So,
although that's not so popular in Nigeria yet.
Exactly.
In Nigeria,
but I think you guys are doing quite well. And you're pushing the barriers. Lovely. Although your comedy makes you all think too much. You want to think so much at times. But it's always great listening to yourself. Thank you very much for coming.
I'm looking forward to
another Father's Day, right?
To the release of the movie,
Okay, so Juliana was also in another Father's Day. And she's going to be here much later on, very soon, to talk about her experience and all of that after this break.
To stop following me. I've told you, I don't want to see you again.
On the couch with us is Juliana Olayode.
Yes, sir. The popular Toyo baby of Jenifa's Diary. Welcome.
You were laughing.
No, I sometimes when I watch myself, I just laugh and I'm like, no, why am I opening my eyes like that?
It's good. It's good to critique it because I was really curious about what you would see, whether you watch it. There's a lot of actors who say, I don't like watching myself.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Or you do?
I don't.
Why not?
I don't know, because I don't get to enjoy it like every other person is. I'm just seeing the things I should have done better, and I'm like, oh, why did I even react that way? I shouldn't have done it that way. I should have done it this way. So
yeah.
A lot of times I don't find it interesting watching myself, except maybe I have to, maybe a movie premiere or with friends, and I just like, okay,
But then I have a feeling it's a way of you kind of improving on what you've done before, if you are self-critiquing like that.
Yes, so a lot of people advise that I should still try to watch it once in a while. It's just like I don't even like hearing my voice, like maybe when they're playing, maybe when they are showing a movie and I know I'm in that film and I can hear my voice, I'm like, why do I sound like that? Is that how I sound? Like, so, yeah, but it's so once in a while, or I don't know, as often as you can, it's good to watch yourself so you know what to do better, or it's good to talk to a director so you know what to do better, how to improve.
One of the first things that once people see you on TV, people want to know how you started. A lot of fans, maybe they've been following you on social media, and so you're this big star, but they also want to know your own personal story and how it started out for you.
I started I didn't know I was going to be an actor, to be honest. So I was going for choir practice one day. I was wearing my Dunlop slippers, my round neck top. I had one grey top, was my favorite top. Everybody knew me with that top.
Wow.
And I packed my hair up. In fact, at the time, they always called me Donuts because
gel packing.
You know.
Oh my God.
So, because
yeah, like gel packing.
Yes, just put it up. So I was just going for choir practice, and my friend called and said, hey, come for an audition. It's not far from church. I wrote your name. I'm like, wrote my name? Why? What? So I said I was not going to go. So I got to church and nobody was in church. So I was like, okay, let me just stroll down and see what's happening there. What? I got there and I saw a lot of people. I didn't know that's what auditions look like. And so I felt so ashamed because I was wearing Dunlop slippers and people were dressed like they were coming for like a fashion competition.
Wow.
Like, okay, no, I just went to hide in the restroom. My friend was like, come out, it's almost your turn. I was like, when they don't call my name, call me from here. I beg, I can stay that place. So I went there and I saw the judges. I was like, okay. I was stammering. I couldn't see. I didn't have eye problems, I promised you. I promise you. But when I got the script, I could not see clearly. The letters were dancing.
Yeah.
I said, so the judges figured that I was nervous, and so they said, okay, take your time, go through it. I was like, Jenifa, don't ever call me for an audition. Wow. I'm not an actor, I don't know how to act. So I went through the script, and then they gave me another chance, and I did, and that was like my first professional acting job.
Wow.
It was a series too. Me, myself, and my diary was on TV for a while until they stopped
Goodness
it.
me. So wait, from Dunlop slippers,
Yeah.
you enter TV. So all those high heels I was wearing then, stressing my calf muscles, you just went, it's okay, it's all right, it's fine. But really, that is a really great story, and it should inspire someone out there who's probably thinking about, hey, this is... So in the end, it's not about how you look. It's not about your outward appearance. It was about your skill, right?
Yes.
But you must have decided, maybe to develop that skill along the way. Was there anyone you were trying to emulate? Did you use anyone as a role model? How do you do it?
I love Genevieve.
Oh, wow. What?
I love her so much. I can't even... Growing up, I used to if I found a newspaper that has Genevieve's picture, I'll cut it and paste it in my room.
Wow.
I'm so crazy about her. I've never said this publicly because I don't want people to start saying, oh, why is it Genevieve she's choosing? Why is it not? I don't want to mention names. But I really love Genevieve. Growing up, when I used to watch Genevieve on TV, I thought maybe if I break the TV, I could enter and meet her. No, it was that bad. So my mom would be like, Talele, don't go kiri. Mama always putting her pictures. Yes. I really love Genevieve so much. I love her person. I love that she's calm. She's not everywhere. You don't even know what's going on with her, but she's doing so well, and she's just shocking us every time. I really... I cannot explain.
So you've not met her then?
I've met her just once. Okay, so I met her
at Wheat Baker's Hotel like some years ago. So I didn't even know it was Genevieve. She was with Stephanie.
Oh, wow.
So I was going to a friend's room. It was a wedding. And so she thought I was somebody else. So she came to me and said, she called me one Igbo name. I was like, Genevieve! Oh my God!
Oh my goodness.
And then I just started crying. And so she was like, she was speaking Igbo to me. So I said, no, I'm not Igbo, I'm not that person. So before I could even say what, she was like, oh, sorry. And then she went back. And my friend was like, did you tell her that she wanted to meet her all these years? I'm like, I couldn't. I was starstruck. I love Genevieve that much. And that's the only time I know that I'll see her again.
Yeah.
I'll get to work with her again because I really, really
So if this was that kind of TV show, be like, okay, and now we have Genevieve and Naji, specially just to see you. But we don't have her here.
Yeah.
So. Sorry.
Not yet.
Sorry.
Not yet, but we'll get it here though. Now, you know, one of the things that I've noticed that Jenifa's Diary has put out a lot of young people and relatively unknown guys have become popular from being on Jenifa's Diary. Was that the same thing for you? Was it a life-changing experience?
Oh yes, it was. Being on Jenifa's Diary was a great opportunity for me. Shout out to Funke Akindele. I love her so much. She's very hardworking, extremely hardworking, very creative. So I didn't even know how big Jenifa's Diary was going to become. In my head, when they gave me the script for the first season, I just thought, oh, okay, maybe that's all about Toyo. So I didn't know like Toyo would have a continuity in season 2, in season 3, and all of that. So
we're seeing clips of that. We're seeing clips of that on the screen.
Oh gosh!
You really don't like watching yourself.
For 3 years with a chair.
How do you keep a straight face when these scenes are going on? How do you keep a straight face when you're with Jenifa?
Oh yeah, oh yes. We laugh, I laugh, and I'm like, Juliana, it's time to be serious. Like, we've done the first take, the second take, and I'm like, no. Try to be a professional around Antifunke. Just try, just manage and don't laugh. So yeah, she's extremely funny. She's extremely funny. So you just have to manage to keep a straight face because hey, if you keep, like, it will delay the set and then you have several other scenes with her. So sometimes you just, like, zone off and pretend like, okay, whatever she's saying is not funny, so don't laugh.
Which is almost impossible.
Not true.
But we have some food in the kitchen that's been prepared by our chef for the day. And we would appreciate it if you told us how it tasted.
Oh, cool stuff.
So please join us in the kitchen.
Yes, let's go.
You're an interesting person, very interesting.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Baba has reached there before.
You're here already. Okay, please.
It's a setup, hydraulically.
Yes.
Okay.
You wanna?
Like, so.
You wanna start up a second? Just 1 second.
Okay.
All right, let's take this up. Aha. Now we're good.
No.
All right, then. You're welcome to the kitchen. Right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Today's chef is Chef Tina. And she has made magic out of mere beans and plantain. So, Chef Tina, tell us about today's dish.
Okay, I actually made beans veggie. You know, we have going beans. Then we have that other one, the pottage that you mix together. I was just like, let me play around with something else. And I decided to put the green pepper, spring onions, red pepper. Then I have my onions flakes. Then just something different.
Goodness me.
They say onion flakes.
So this one is actually, it's not pottage.
That's agoing.
This is like agoing beans with some sauce. And then you see what she did with the plantain, the spirals,
Yes, folded plantain.
So please try it. We'd like you to tell us what
This is the best show.
you
get to eat.
Of chicken on it.
Oh, which one do you want?
Oh
that
my
one or this
goodness.
one?
No, I'll try this one.
Okay, try it.
Honestly, I'm really wondering. This is a new one for
Juliana,
me.
behave
3
yourself.
types of beans at once.
Three kinds of beans.
Juliana, behave yourself.
Okay.
Don't bring out your
TV.
Okay, sorry. Don't bring out your real self.
No comments. I know you want me to talk.
So what's the manual? How do we eat this? Okay.
Please just taste
it and tell us what you make of it.
Why did you so garage?
All right, so what do you think?
So I see you're going for your second.
What do you think? Why are you both being
That's
so
like the
tush
third
about
bite.
this? They're being so tush about this. What's going on?
They've been tush about it.
Somebody said when you eat, okay.
I should be able to take some.
Okay. And then you
go
feel
to the
so.
makeup room, you see Gary.
That means it's really nice.
Okay.
But it is really nice. Thank you.
So it's okay. You're supposed to actually tell us what you think.
Oh!
That's part of the assignment.
Wait, you see the flakes on it? That's actually onion flakes.
Yeah. Wait, did you make the onion
invite you
flakes?
to just eat.
Goodness
They wanted you to talk to.
Tell us now. Chef is waiting. Okay,
No,
so
she says she likes it. She's fine.
All right. I love beans.
You've eaten half of it, so we have our answer.
All right. Let's just leave them to it and say our thank yous.
Yeah, big thank you to our friends over at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And of course, a big shout out to Fola at Fola's Place for the hairstyling. Amazing hairstyling.
Thank you, Fola. Thank you so much.
So we're gonna do all this again from scratch tomorrow morning.
And the way SLK looks impressed, it looks like he's going to be back tomorrow for breakfast.
Yeah.
More food.
Yeah.
Yes, he's that kind of person.
Yeah.
My mother said I should not
Mike
talk while
just informed us that there's panla inside the bean. I don't know how he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be back tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Don't forget that it's 6 a.m.
Yes, indeed.
For some of you that are just finding out.
You
We're
know
here
we
at
love
6,
you, y'all.
all right?
Have
Okay.
a great day.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.